Why do you feel the need to, talk about this though? Just curious, because this matter is already on appeal, isn't it?
Well, we are both in the court of law and in the court of public opinion. And that should be made very clear to everybody. Nigerians are watching. The whole world is watching. Nigeria cannot afford to ridicule herself before the international community by what we are doing in Taraba State. We are aware that some few individuals who think they can just hold Taraba State to ransom are doing this. But we know that they have no right to do this, and God will not allow them to do it. We are also in the court of the public.
The reason I ask this is because if you're confident of victory, you should be confident that this will be sorted out in the court of law. You don't think so?
Yeah, sorry, Madam, I want you to understand one issue here. This is a social issue. People are tensed up in Taraba State.
Not a legal one.
It's also social. It's social, it's legal, it's social. You know, see what happened immediately the announcement, the ruling was given. We have to let our people know that, look, we are pursuing this issue and that they should also be educated on the facts of the matter on ground. We are not here because we want to preempt the court or whatever, but we are here because we need to educate our people, let them know that we are fighting their cause and they should also understand the issues on ground.
So do you want to shed a bit of light on what happened after the tribunal delivered its verdict? What transpired in your opinion?
Yeah, what happened immediately after the tribunal ruling, and I'm sure not only in Taraba State, was that of outrage. There was public outrage over that ruling. And of course, there were a few people who jubilated. And of course, you know they would, because they felt that what they couldn't get by majority vote was now being, seemingly given to them through the back door.
From the account that you already gave about how the PDP conducted its primaries, do you think that there were loopholes there that the APC could have exploited to disqualify your candidate?
Yeah, I think I want to tell you that the case of the primaries of Taraba State is by far better than the case of the primaries in Benue State. By far better. The governor of Benue State now did not even obtain the nomination form of APC. So which is better? And mind you, there are different ways we could carry out our primaries. That is what we call direct and indirect. And in this case, well, we applied the doctrine of necessity because, one, we wanted to solve our internal problem because the court had asked us to go and resolve our problems internally. So we went ahead to resolve it by discarding the elected delegates list and went for the statutory delegates list.
The question of
Benue State... Is that one not
State,
better than what happened in Benue
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir, but we're not talking about Benue State here. We're talking about Taraba State. Yes, you want to compare, but some people will say that Benue State is a different state, and the Electoral Tribunal reserves the right to reach the decision that it reaches. Even the appeal court yesterday upheld his election, as it were. But looking at your state specifically, because that's what we're looking at now, do you think that from the problems that you enumerated, some of the challenges that your political party faced up to the conduct of its primaries, do you think that the opposition could have exploited some of the loopholes there to just call them technicalities, if you want to disqualify your candidate?
I think, first of all, luckily for us, Taraba and Benue states are in Nigeria, guided by the same laws. So there's really nothing clearly different between the two of them. So if I'm making comparison, I have every right to do that. Now, secondly, politics is politics. Exploitation is exploitation. But I want to tell you that whatever they might have exploited about what happened in PDP, they have a worst case in their own party. That is the point I'm trying to make. And that is why we have to come out. That's why I'm saying we are also before a court of public opinion.
How do you think it's going to help? I mean, if you don't win this matter in a court of law, how do you think that the court of public opinion is going to help your cause?
I want to tell you that we have a very high degree of confidence in the judicial system, especially at the higher level. the courts of appeal and the Supreme Court in Nigeria have shown that they are not a court that you can go to and play pranks with. And for that reason, we have a lot of confidence in what will happen in those two levels of the judicial system. So we have to understand that very, very clearly.
Well, I'm sure that quite a number of people are then wondering, if you say that, you're comparing Benue and Taraba State, if the Court of Appeal upheld, Samuel Otom's election, are you confident that the Court of Appeal is going to also uphold your own election in spite of all the loopholes?
Madam, I would like to let you know that we even have a better case than Otom's case, because in our own case, we had our primaries. Okay, we did not. Darius did not come a day to the closing day to just obtain the ticket of PDP. So our case is even a better one by our assessment and judgment. So we have no problems at all.
In the meantime, what are you telling your people? Because there's been some violence already, which has taken some lives. With this, are you going to tell them to be confident that the Court of Appeal will deliver judgment in your favor, or they should just hold on for the judgment of the Court of Appeal? Because some people will say that whichever way, you still have a responsibility for the security of lives in your state.
Yeah, right on that day, on Saturday, when the judgment was passed, when the ruling was given, our governor appealed to the people of Taraba State to be calm. And they have remained calm. Now, if you were to delve into the security reports of what happened in Wukari, you would see that that was a thing that was even provoked by the opposition party. But thank God, Darius is a man of peace. Darius is committed to the development of Taraba State. And that was why, for the first time in the history of that state, and I think also in the history of Nigeria, that was started within at that magnitude was able to be nipped in less than 24 hours. And that was because he was committed to it. He collaborated fully with the security agencies, and in less than 24 hours, it was put to rest. And right from that day to date, Wukari has remained peaceful. So the message has been passed clearly by the government of Taraba State that our people should remain calm. Darius is one who believes in the rule of law, and he is committed to that belief. And as I told you earlier, we have that strong belief that justice, pure justice, will be done at the end of the day, and our people will definitely laugh last.
From your manner of expression, one can tell that you're pained by this judgment, but you're also very passionate about the issues in Taraba State. I'm just wondering, though, if this doesn't go in your favor at the Court of Appeal, would you still tell the people to remain calm?
I am pained, truly I am pained, because I love Nigeria. By the ruling of the tribunal, Nigeria is now being ridiculed. Nigeria is being ridiculed internationally by that ruling, and that is what pains me. And I'm also one who is very happy that our judiciary has always come to the rescue of the people of this country at higher levels. And that is why we are very confident that everything will work out well for us, and the image of Nigeria will be redeemed by what the appellant courts are going to do concerning the case of Taraba State.
Rebo Usman, many thanks for speaking with us on Sunrise Daily.
Thank you very much.